Hello, hello, hello. How are y'all doing today? Amazing. I hope come on in the room and join us. Hello, everybody on TikTok. Hello, hello, hello. How are y'all doing today? Hello, everybody on YouTube. It's so great to see y'all today. I'm glad to spend some time with you. Y'all probably like, what is she doing over here on a Saturday? What is she doing over here on a Saturday? Hey, come on, TikTok. Y'all coming in strong. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I thank y'all for popping in on this live. Go ahead and drop a good evening in here or whatever your time zone is. Go ahead and drop something in the chat so I see you. I want to call your name. I want to welcome you in. Come on, Big Papa. Thank you for joining with your power, with your strength, man. That's powerful. Great to see you, Marco. Thanks for joining. Tonya, Tanya, thanks for joining today. Come on in the room. Listen, y'all, we're gonna hit it and quit it, but I have 5 powerful points that I gotta share with you today. And this is like a divine appointment. So if you're here right now, you are here on purpose, right? You are here on purpose right now. So let me get into it. Okay, listen, you're not waiting on money. Money is waiting on you. You're not waiting on money. Money is waiting on you. Amazing. I hope come on in. You're not waiting on money. Money is waiting on you. So if you're joining me in Zoom, go ahead and drop your hellos in the chat. I want to see you too. You're not waiting on money. Money is waiting on you. Sorry, making sure my Zoom is working right as well to make sure that people can see it there. But again, you're not waiting on money. Money is waiting on you, right? Well, thank you for joining. And so when we think about that, there's a version of financial abundance that your eyes haven't seen yet. There's a level of overflow and ease, Sheldon, that has profit and provision and increase and opportunity and literally beyond the current limit that you've been living under, Tamira. And I want you to hear me clearly today. You're not going to get to your next level because you do more. You're going to get there because you become more. Come on, Ashley. Thank you for joining. Welcome. You're not going to get to your next level because you do more. You're going to get to your next level because you become more expansive, more stable, more receptive, more aligned, more obedient, more in tune with God, more certain, more capable of holding what you've been praying for. Because many of the people that are asking God for more, they're asking God for more, but their capacity is built for their last season. Come on, Chief Apostle. Thank you for joining us today. Good morning, good afternoon, Kay Sunshine. Thank you for joining us today. Listen, people are often asking for like $1 million vision, but their nervous system is still set on survival. People are asking for expansion while they're still giving attention to the problem. They're still giving their attention to delay. They're still giving their attention to lack. They're still giving their attention to every little bill and the fears and the what ifs and the hows and the whens and who didn't support me. But I believe the work of God in 2026 is not just to give you more and to get more. The work of God in 2026 is to make you more, for you to become more, for you to become more. Because when you become more in capacity, you can receive what is beyond your current capacity. And that's what we're talking about today. Not more striving, not more forcing, not more hustle, not more panic, not more posting, not more proving, not more wearing 87 hats and calling it entrepreneurship. We are talking about becoming the version of you who can experience the financial reality and the financial abundance that is beyond your current limit. That's right, Ashley. The key is to be more, because abundance is not something we chase. It is available for you. So let me tell you a story, because some of these concepts can seem like, words that we don't normally use. Let me break it down. Okay. So there was this lady, and she had this beautiful plant in her home, right? And when she first bought it, it was small and it was cute and it was dainty and it was vibrant and green and full of life. And she put it in this cute little pot by the window, and she watered it and she talked to it and she gave it sunlight. She did all the right things, right? Crazy K. And at first it grew beautifully. beautifully. There were new leaves, like things were just going good. Like she was like, oh, my plant's doing fine. I can see it. Everything's going well. Right. But then the plant stopped growing and she was confused. She was like, my plant was looking beautiful. So what's happening right now? And she was still watering it. She was still giving it sunlight. Like she hadn't changed the routine and she didn't move it from the window. But she was like, maybe this plant just doesn't grow any bigger than this. Stay tuned. Listen, catch the analogies. Maybe this plant just doesn't grow any bigger than this, D. But one day a friend came over and looked at her plant and said, baby, the plant is not the problem. The pot is. The roots had to grow, and they have grown as far as they could in the small container. The plant had more life in it, but it didn't have more room. The issue was not potential, the issue was capacity. So she took the plant out, and when she did, she saw that the roots were all like tangled up and they were just wrapped tightly around each other like this. And the plant had been trying to grow, but it was bound by the environment that once served it. Ooh, glory. The plant was trying to grow, but it was bound by the environment that once served it. So she put it in a larger pot, and at first, nothing happened. And the plant, it didn't just suddenly shoot up overnight. But underground, something started happening. The roots were stretching and it was learning the new space and expanding in the container. And after a little bit of time, the plant began to grow. And guess what? Not because she yelled at it, not because she forced it, not because she overwatered it. All the things we tried to do. Oh, I got to try to feed it more. I got to do this. I got to add some sugar. It grew because it finally had the capacity to become what was already inside of it. And I came to tell somebody today that your dream is not dead, that abundance is still available to you, mind blowing abundance. Your next level is not too big, that your vision is not unrealistic. You simply need a larger internal container. You may need to become more in your capacity to receive. Right? Ashley said, I love a powerful analogy. Thank you, beautiful queen. So point number one, we're gonna hit 5 quick ones today, y'all, because I gotta go eat dinner and it's Mother's Day. So my husband got me some Cold Stone ice cream. Don't tell my trainer that I'm eating Cold Stones today, y'all. Okay. All right. All right. So your current limit is not your final reality. Your current limit is not your final reality. Some of you have been living at a financial level for so long that you just let it cap there and have even become somewhat okay with it. And you're saying, like, oh, I'm just being realistic. But many times, what we call realistic is actually just familiar. Hmm. It's the level that we know how to manage. It's the level we know how to explain. It's the level our nervous system knows how to survive and doesn't really challenge us on. It's the level our identity knows how to hold. But God didn't call you to build your whole life around what's familiar. He called you to live by faith. He called you to go from glory to glory, from faith to faith, which means now I received something. Now I have to believe for the next thing that I cannot see. Faith requires you to see beyond what your current circumstances are reporting. If all your answers if you keep going to your bank account and saying, Mother, may I, to the bank account, you're not living in faith. This is why scripture says to set your mind on things above, because where your attention goes, your life will begin to flow. Your attention is not casual. Your attention is power. Somebody say, my attention is power. Just drop power in the chat. Power, 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 power. Come on, YouTube. Drop power in the chat. Power, 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 power. Your attention is power. Literally, literally. Okay. So if your attention is on, well, let's say this, whatever keeps capturing your attention, it begins to shape your world. And your inner world eventually becomes your outer experience, Kenyatta. So if your attention is always on lack, if your attention, Tracy, is on things that you don't want, all those things is what grows louder, and that's what you see. If your attention is always on what's missing is one of the top abundance blockers. I did a talk about that a few weeks ago on Zoom. If your attention is on what's missing will be magnified, Sharika and Harry. Okay, so if your attention is always on the problem becomes the atmosphere that you live from. But when you place your attention on God's abundance, on divine possibility, on your next level, on the vision, on the promise, on the identity of the person you're becoming, something begins to shift. Y'all, my husband had lost his job. And all the things of like, man, what could happen? Da, 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 da. They started coming to my mind. And God said, I want you to spend 30 days and every day speak and see your vision. And it was like I forgot all about the things, the other things that I was thinking about before, because I put my mind on my vision and not on my current circumstance. Because the identity shift, it doesn't happen outside of you first. It happens on the inside of you, Labella. So when your inner world changes, your choices change. When your choices change, your behaviors change. When your behavior starts to change, your results starts to change. It's not magic, y'all. It's alignment. This is faith. This is neuroscience. This is identity. This is the kingdom. Number two, you don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you're becoming. So manifest is just a different word for create. You don't create what you want. You create who you're becoming. Okay. So this is where we got to go deeper. A lot of people want more money, but they have not become the person that feels safe with money. And I know it feels foreign to say, like, "Child, I'm safe with money. I feel great with money. Like, I want more money." But I got to be clear, tell you what it looks like. They want more clients, but they have not become the person who can be visible without shrinking. They want more sales, Jacqueline, but they have not become the leader who can make powerful invitations without feeling like they're bothering somebody. Wow, come on. They want more premium clients, but they have not become the CEO who can hold premium standards. They want rest, but they have not become the person who believes that rest is holy and that they think rest is a reward. No, rest is a baseline, rest is a given, rest is yours. You're still worthy of rest. You don't have to exhaust yourself to be able to rest. People want overflow, but they haven't become the person who expects provision. Okay, so the question is not just what do I want? The question is who must I become to hold it? Because your identity is the seed of your destiny. Your identity is the seed of your destiny. So as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Hi, Raven. Your self concept is not a small thing. How you see yourself determines what you permit, what you expect, what you charge, what you tolerate, what you pursue, and what you delay, but it also impacts what you sabotage. If you see yourself as somebody who always struggles, you'll keep finding ways to make increase difficult. If you see yourself as somebody who's always behind, you'll keep rushing and still feeling late. But if you see yourself as somebody who's divinely led, highly favored, deeply supported, and built for overflow, you'll start moving differently. You don't beg for rooms to recognize you. You don't discount your brilliance to make people comfortable. Come on, Bella. That part. You don't keep making decisions from fear and calling it strategy or saying this is what God told me to do. You begin to ask, what would the expanded version of me do? What would the wealthy version of me believe? What would the person with capacity decide? What would the person who knows God is their source and there is no lack in him, what would they stop tolerating? What would the person who's already walking in abundance give her attention to today or give his attention to on today? Point number three, your next level does not require more panic, it requires more capacity. You do not need more panic to make more money. You just require capacity. Capacity is your ability to hold and to steward and to receive and to sustain more money and the things you say you want. Some people can receive a blessing, but they can't steward it. Have you ever seen that? If you ever seen that, just drop a one in the chat. They could receive a blessing, but they couldn't really steward it. Some people can attract an opportunity, but they can't hold the responsibility. Man, I knew this guy. He used to get the best opportunities, and boy, did he jack them up. I would be like, man, this was such a good opportunity. I can't believe that happened. I can't believe he did that. Some people can make a large amount of money, but they can't keep peace while they're doing it, right? So that's what that looks like. Okay. So you got to be okay with the stretching. Be okay with the stretching. It's your faith. It's learning. It's learning, building your faith. So how do you know you need greater capacity? Because you could be like, well, how do I know that that's me? Let me tell you a few reasons why. How you know. You know Because we know we don't have room when we say things like, say the things you want, but it feels scary. It feels heavy. It feels impossible, or it feels unsafe. Not because that we're bad or we're not chosen, not because God is withholding from us. It usually means that our mind and our habits and our emotions and systems or our identities haven't caught up with the size of the thing that we're praying for. So here's a simple way to say it. You know you need more room when more feels like a threat instead of a blessing, right? You say you want more money, but when more money comes in, you immediately think something bad is about to happen next. You say you want more clients, but when more people start reaching out, you feel overwhelmed instead of excited and thrilled, and you're going to figure out how to serve them. You say that you want to charge more, but when it's time to say the price, your throat closes up. You be like, and it's um, um, that part, y'all. You say you want to be seen, but when it's time to post or go live or make the offer, you hide. You keep posting and telling people all these things, but I don't see you telling them how they can buy from you. How can they buy from you? What are you offering them? You say you want rest, but when you're not working, you feel guilty. Right, Kiara? You say you want more money, but you won't make the large offer. You know you have a $50,000 offer. Why aren't you making the $50,000 offer? You have a $30,000 offer. Why are you not making the $30,000 offer? You say you want overflow, but your environment, your calendar, your money systems, and your thoughts are built for survival. You need more capacity if you say you want more money, but then you tell us you don't have any time in your calendar. Okay? The last one is if you keep procrastinating on the money making idea that could change your life, you know you have to increase your capacity. The money making idea, you know, is brilliant. You know, people are going to purchase it. They're going to utilize it. You know, it can be major, but you're procrastinating. You're not doing the next step or the next three steps. You're like, I was supposed to do it. Maybe there's a test you're supposed to take or a certification or have a coach to help you with it, whatever it is, but you're procrastinating on the money making idea that could change your life or writing the book or writing the movie, whatever it is. That is a sign that your capacity has to be increased. Point number 4, your attention must be disciplined for your abundance to expand. Your attention must be disciplined for your abundance to expand. So here's where we have to be honest. You can't focus on lack all day and expect abundance to feel normal. You can't focus on lack all day and expect abundance to feel normal. You can't rehearse fear all day and expect confidence to rise. You can't give your mind to every emergency and every opinion and every distraction and every comparison and every financial concern and then wonder why your spirit feels scattered. Attention is discipline. Attention is stewardship. Attention is spiritual authority. You have to decide where your inner gaze is going to rest because the enemy does not always need to take your money. Sometimes he can just take your focus. Drop a 2 in the chat if you get that. Drop a 2 in the chat if you understand. Drop a 2. Drop a 2 in the chat. The enemy, he doesn't always have to do all these things to you. He could just take your focus. Hello, somebody? He gets you meditating on the low month instead of the instruction. He gets you meditating on who didn't buy instead of the people that you're called to serve. Right, Mia? He gets you meditating on the delay instead of the development. Right, Nessa? But in this season, you have to say, my attention is too expensive for this, Quentin. My attention will not be donated to lack. Hello, somebody. My attention will not be donated to lack. My attention will not be held hostage by fear. My attention will not be scattered across every problem that every Tom, Dick, and Harry comes up with and speaks of and drops on the news or on social media. Your attention is divine power, and you placing it on the good. Place it on the promise. Place it on the instruction. Place it on the vision. Place it on in the version of you that God is informing and conforming and creating, Robert. Because when you refuse to feed lack your attention, it begins to starve and it begins to dissipate. And when you feed abundance with your focus, it begins to grow. The last point is number 5. Becoming means more receiving beyond the horizon. That there's something beyond the horizon for you. The horizon is interesting because it looks like the end, but it's not the end. It is only the end of what you can currently see. It's only the end of what you can currently see. Okay. So that means that what you can see right now is not all there is. What you can see right now, Owen, is not all that there is. Your current opportunity is not all that there is. Your current job is not all that there is. Your current strategy or capacity is not all that there is. The current speed that money is coming to you is not all that there is. There's more beyond the horizon, and you have to become the person who can walk towards what you cannot fully see yet. So that's faith, that's leadership, that's expansion, that's abundance. And that's why you're not going to your next level by doing random things. You're going by becoming more. Don't play. Hello, somebody. More certain in your identity, more disciplined in your attention, more courageous in your identity, more honest on what can no longer come with you. Because the old pot cannot hold the new plant. The old pot cannot hold the new plant. The old thought pattern cannot hold the new reality. The old capacity cannot hold what is beyond the horizon. So this is the activation, Louise. I want you to give a moment right here to take a deep breath and ask yourself, what have I been asking for more? Where have I been asking for more, but I'm living from an identity of less? Where have I been praying for expansion, but giving my attention to lack? So in closing, I told the story about the plant at the beginning of this. So there was a lady and she bought a cute little plant and she watered it and stuff like that. And the plant grew and it was beautiful and the leaves are bright green. And then over some time, the plant stopped growing and she was trying to keep watering it. She didn't change anything. It was still by the sunlight. And she was like, "What's wrong with my plant?" And her friend came over and said, "It's not your plant. It's the pot you have the plant in. It has outgrown that pot." When she took the plant out of the pot, all the roots were tangled up because the plant it couldn't grow anywhere. She put it in a bigger pot, and then the plant began to grow again. So the plant didn't have to prove itself. It was about the plant expand. It needed a place to expand its capacity. It needed room, and I believe God is giving you room, room in your mind, room in your identity, room in your nervous system, and your faith and your business, room in your expectation. But you have to stop trying to fit a next level life into an old container. And I know it's scary. Can you imagine a little plant going into a much bigger pot? It can be scary. But you have to let him stretch you. You have to let him expand you for your next level. You have to let him show you that abundance beyond your current limit isn't just possible, it's available. And it's not just coming because you exhausted yourself to get it. You do not have to operate in exhaustion to create your next level abundance. It's coming because you became the person to hold it. Because when the becoming changes, the receiving changes. Come on YouTube, drop a hello in there. When the becoming changes, the receiving changes, right, Cookie? When you change your capacity, what used to feel beyond the horizon starts becoming your normal. It used to feel far away, but now it's your normal. Listen, you must master the invisible principles to make your profit predictable. You have to master these principles. And that's exactly why I created the Let to More Profit Challenge starting Monday. Because I don't just want you inspired, I want you transformed. I don't want you just shouting, "I receive more." I want you to become the person who can actually hold more. More profit is not just about another strategy. It's about becoming the version of you who can receive it, steward it, sustain it, to sustain that level of wealth and clients and visibility and influence and opportunity without breaking down or burning out or abandoning yourself in the process. This challenge is for the person who knows they're called to more, who's ready to create more wealth with ease, who's ready for profit to come to them faster. Come on, come on, come on, Fred. Y'all drop a one in the chat if this is resonating with you. Drop a one, just Davies fine. Come on, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. You may be working hard and your bank account is not fully matching your brilliance. This 5-day wealth immersion and profit immersion is for you. Mia's in here. She's already coming. Mia already got her ticket and she's VIP. Hello, somebody. So you may be gifted, anointed, talented, and capable, but somewhere inside you know there has to be a more aligned way to create profit than striving and stressing and carrying everything myself. Hello, my beautiful friend Ashley. So good to see you. And there it is. Inside the Led to More Profit Challenge, I'm going to help you move from working hard to being led straight to profit. Y'all, in my last challenge, people were receiving like $3,000 for a sales weekend and having just amazing things. One lady, she had been looking for a building for a long time. During the challenge, the space opened up. She got a brand new building for her hair business, her beauty business, and for her clothing line, and it was going to be half the price. Another person started a business and now they created a $10,000 month. Y'all, amazing things are happening. One lady got the dream call of her life. She came to the challenge. She made room in her schedule. She was like, man, I was really busy, but instead I came to the challenge, and she made room in her schedule. And then she got the call that of a lifetime, the call of a lifetime during the challenge, y'all. So inside the Let the More Profit Challenge, you are going to identify the hidden beliefs and the internal ceilings that have been quietly deciding how much you allow yourself to earn. And we're going to shatter those ceilings. If you come in here with me and you lean in and you participate, you're going to come on camera and give it your all. You are literally going to see things shift for you in these 5 days. We're going to look at the identity that has been running your money, your decisions, your pricing, your confidence, and your capacity. One girl on the last challenge, she hadn't been having sales on her website for a long time. I mean, weeks on weeks on weeks on weeks. And in the challenge, sales started coming back through to her website. I'm telling you, we're going to deal with the abundance blockers that keep brilliant people stuck in cycles of almost and not yet, and I should be further along by now. We're going to shift your attention from lack and pressure and survival into divine instruction, into abundance and clarity and aligned action. Because profit is directional. Sometimes you're not stuck because you're lazy. Sometimes people aren't stuck because they need to do more. Sometimes they're stuck because they're doing too much without clear instruction. And we're going to cover that too. Because heaven is going to give you a strategy. And it doesn't require you to exhaust yourself or prove that you deserve it. So during the challenge, you're going to get clarity around your next level. We're going to obliterate limiting beliefs that have been keeping your income stuck. I'm going to teach you about new levels of abundance to welcome in wealth faster and easier, and an increase in frequencies literally right during this challenge. You're going to source ideas to move your businesses forward, your ideas forward, the things that can create gain and revenue and abundance for you right during this challenge. You're going to understand why your income may have hit a ceiling and what needs to shift internally so your external world can rise to meet you. And you're going to start moving like the person who's not chasing profit, but being led straight to it. We're not just talking about making more money. We're talking about becoming the person who can hold more with peace, more visibility, more clients with structure, more overflow without overwhelm, more wealth without losing yourself, more profit without abandoning your family or your rest or your body or your relationship with God. That's what we're doing inside the Led to More Profit Challenge. And I want you in the room on Monday. Let me drop the link, or let me tell you the link, because I don't know if I probably can type on TikTok, but y'all, I'm a little bit newer to TikTok. But the link is Tavia, Tavia, Jax, JAX.com/LTP. And if you are like super amazing and you can type it in the chat, please feel free to do so. The link is Tavia, TaviaJax.com, TaviaJax.com/LTP. And not www. You can use HTTPS, or you can just type in TaviaJax.com/LTP. I want to see you there. I want to see you there. Okay? So Man, I was trying to figure out how to put the link in there, but I'll figure that out. But the challenge starts on Monday. So I want you to make sure that you're in this room. Let me tell you what time it is. It's at 12 noon. So go ahead and clock out and take your lunch break. Hello, somebody. Go ahead and take your lunch break. You deserve to give yourself this hour. And you can upgrade the VIP. If you upgrade the VIP, you have 3 special sessions with me. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, VIP. You're going to be with me from 12 to 2. So you come from 12 to 1 to general and 1 to 2 for VIP. And VIP, yeah, you get the workbook and information and affirmations, but more importantly, you get Q&A time with me to move forward in your next steps. Q&A time to move your businesses forward with strategy, with mindset, with identity work, and you're also going to receive a spiritual strategy session with me. So I am a spiritual strategist. I'm a prophetic intercessor. My prophetic intercession and hearing from heaven for people's businesses helped one of my clients go from being denied twice for $1 million contract to them being approved and getting a $3 trillion contract. My prophetic intercession helps people to easily go through doors that used to be shut and to break barriers that used to keep them bound. Okay, so this VIP, you get 3 sessions with me. It is so well worth it to be in VIP. Okay, happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. Again, the link is Tavia, Tavia, Jax, JAX.com/LTP. I would love to see you there at TikTok. I want y'all to show up. I want you to show up. And you know what? If you want to come, I want you to DM me. I'm coming. If you want me to just send you the link, but like I'm driving, can you just send me the link? I would love to send you the link. Just DM me. DM me, link please, or profit, and I will make sure you get it. And I'm even going to give you a special bonus. So DM me and I'm going to give you a special bonus. All right. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there, all the aunties, all the godmamas, all the mother-in-laws, grandmas, all the things. You auntie, you've been taking care of people's kids for a long time, standing in the gap. Happy Mother's Day. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday. Thank you for popping in, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Bye on YouTube. Thank y'all for joining me. I would love to hear your thoughts about the live. I want to hear what you have to say. And please join me in the challenge. If you would like the link, YouTube, I dropped the link and it should show in the title of the live. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Thank y'all for watching. And I'll see you on Monday. And the challenge is at 12 noon Eastern time. Bye.